David Boland from Racing's Inside Tracking and joined by Jamie Codd. How are you, Jamie?
Good, Davey, yeah.
Very good. Jamie, we start with Cheltenham, obviously. 2 winners last week. It was a great week for you.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant for me and brilliant for the Irish. 19 winners, Gold Cup, Gordon had 6, Jesse had 6, or Willie had 6, and Jesse then having the 3 winners and a Gold Cup winner was fantastic. Great week for the Irish. And
we'll start with Cause of Causes. He's a very good horse for you.
Yeah, he's been good for me anyway. 3 festival winners on the same horse in 3 different races, 3 different trips. But he's an incredible little horse. He's not that big. He's only 16.1, I'd say max.
Yeah.
Flat bred, and he's a great little horse now. Great little horse.
I suppose it's when I'm going up in handicap and all, it's probably a good thing then, because then you're kind of forced then to go down that route then.
Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know. He he ran in the Kimure off maybe 143 or something last year, I think, and he went up £10 for that, and they ran the national, and he finished 7th or 8th in the national, and it just Gordon got into his head this year that he was going to go that route with him. I'd still say he's capable of winning the handicap chase. He's still he's not handicapped out of it or anything, but it was just a nice option for him to do, and to be honest, he was the classest horse in the race, so it worked a treat now.
If he jumped, really, he was entitled to win it.
Yeah,
anyway,
definitely.
Wasn't he?
He got we went over in January, and he ran there in January in Cheltenham, and he was very sticky. He had schooled well at home, but I suppose when he got over there, just the hedges and all that, he just got a bit of he had a good look at him, and it just took him a while to warm into it, but he definitely showed enough that day that it was worth pursuing. Yeah, so it was great. Yeah.
And he'll go to the English National next, will he?
I'd say so. He'll definitely go to one of the nationals. It'll be English or Irish.
You'll surely be on him, will you?
No, I don't know. Listen, I've had my day. I'm happy. I'm not too bad.
And then winning the bumper as well then.
Yeah, the bumper was fantastic. She won an Ayers listed race here in Ireland, and she pissed in the same day, 20 lengths, and so we bought her for the owners. The owner actually is from Liverpool originally, and he wanted a filly to run in the Mayor's bumper in Liverpool.
All right.
So she was bought with that in mind, but when she won in Fairyhouse, so impressive, they stuck her in all the bumpers. They stuck her in Cheltenham. She was in a listed bumper in Sandown the week before as well, and she's going to be obviously entered for Aintree as well. So it's kind of the week before Cheltenham, it was either a case of going to Sandown with a penalty, winning a listed race, or maybe
getting a bit of weight off the others then in Cheltenham.
In Cheltenham she was getting the weight off.
But she was getting the penalty in Sandown.
In Sandown she would have had to carry the penalty, and it was only a listed race which she had won. So the Grade 1 was, thankfully they did go for it.
And you were, I suppose, I heard you say in an interview, things work out for a reason, whatever else.
I think so. Ability is a good thing, and to be fair, the start went wrong. She got a fright when it was a standing start, and it just happened, and that was it. And she showed how good she was,
Surely did. And he probably done well to stay on her as well.
Yeah, and that's another thing. A little jink left or right, and I could have been on the flat of my arse as quick as that. So so no, it just was meant to be. It was a good day for me and a great day for Gordon, and it was mighty now.
And will she go to Punchestown or Aintree, do you think?
I don't know the plans, David. To be honest, I'd imagine they might have a look at Aintree, but I'd say Punchestown, if it didn't get too dry, is probably the obvious one.
And looking forward to, say, maybe next season, what do you think trip wise will be best when she goes jumping?
Yeah, I think she could fall into that, wouldn't she be a nice mare to come back for that 2.5 mile mares novice in Cheltenham next year if all going well? And here I leave the Gordon is doing a good enough job now. I'm not going to get too involved and let him at it now, and he'll do best by the mare anyway.
Yeah. And obviously, like you said, it was a great week for the Irish horses and that. Some great rides and big winners. What do you think, bar leaving aside your own 2 winners, what was the highlight for you for the week?
The highlight was 19 winners, I suppose. Being associated with Gordon's, it was, him having 6 winners, it was fantastic, and all these horses running well. I thought Henry the Brownhead winning the champion chase was lovely. Little things like that, but I said it there lately. We were back in the airport on Friday night, back in Birmingham, and we were all sitting down in a restaurant, and the place was packed full of all the Cheltenham goers waiting for the plane to get back, and in walks Jessica Harrington, and big standing ovation. I thought that was mighty. You know, it was lovely to be there, and it was a lovely touch, and you know, she deserves it. She's amazing. Right. Yeah, I thought that was just. It capped off a brilliant week for the Irish, but it was lovely to be there. No?
It just shows you, like, most winning lady trainer at Cheltenham passing Jenny Pittman with Super Sunday, and then to go on and first runner in a Gold Cup and win it.
Yeah, it's amazing. She just turned 70 this year. Like, she's a great woman. Yeah, and
he looks like he'd be one for the future now. Only a 7-year-old.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? Like, just goes to show you how good Duvan is. When he is on song, like. Obviously he didn't show his true running in Cheltenham, but like, he must be some horse as well. Like, do you know, to say that your man has been chasing him around, and then he goes on and wins the Gold Cup. Do you know, it's a little bit like Charles Burns' horse a few years ago taking on Hurricane Fly all those times.
Oh, Solid,
Solid, like, and then he wins the Stairs Hurdle. Yeah, so, you know.
It just shows you. And if you were, obviously, if I was to ask someone else, they'd probably tell me it's you on the mare and the bumper, because of the ride and how patient you were. But if you were to pick a ride that you think stood out for the week, what would you think?
I'd say Ruby on Nicholas Canyon. I thought he was very good.
Yeah.
He wasn't the obvious one, but he was just majestic on him. He gave York Hill a good ride as well. I thought young JJ Slevin, you know,
very good.
That in the boys' race, it was great. Another Wexford man as well.
Yeah.
So, like, it's
great to see it.
Yeah, it's great to see it. But yeah, I just thought Ruby on Nicholas Canyon was magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Magic.
That's him.
Yeah.
And talking of, well, you went very well in Cheltenham, obviously, but this season, bumper winners, 31 winners, I think, this season, is it? Out of 103 rides, that's a 30% strike rate. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm lucky. Riding for a good man now, to be fair. He's plenty of nice horses, and it's just fallen that way this year. Last year when we finished up Point to Point, and I kind of stayed going on the track a bit more during the summer, and to be honest, I had a Beano there during the summer last summer, and it just kind of stayed going from there. And I've been lucky enough there to be riding plenty then on the track this year, so it suits really great. Kind of able to ride early in Point to Points and then maybe tip onto the bumper or something like that.
Yeah.
No,
and I know there's a long way to go, especially with Ferry House and Punchestown, whatever else. But do you think you can hold Patrick off? And
I don't know if it's going to happen. It's going to happen, Davey. But like, I don't know. I'm in a great position to have a go at it.
Yeah.
So it just needs to happen. If it is going to happen, and hopefully it will be this year. I'll never be in a position again to do it. So I'm going to try and give it everything I got, and all you can do is ride the horses you have that you're on. Yeah. And sure, listen, if it works out, it works out.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Definitely. It'd be nice to have it on the CV. You know, so I will know for the next couple of months now. I'll hopefully give it plenty.
And then back to the Point to Point, and you're still going well in that as well. Have plenty of winners this season as well.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Having a good year. The young horses have been going fantastic. Winning on plenty of younger horses, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and that's important. You see the money that they're making over in the sales, and you know. So last week we had a sale in Tattersalls there in Cheltenham, and it was brilliant.
2.6 million.
Yeah, I think it was over 3 million.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, turnover. So it really is. It's a big business now, and but these lads are buying expensive stores, and they're taking a chance and running them in Point to Points. And
so they deserve
everything they get. It's, you'd want to come around there for 3 or 4 months with some of them lads and see the hardship they're getting. It's, they deserve everything they get.
It's not easy at all. It's easy to say, they got 200 grand.
When you see the big money at the end of it, but by Jesus, during the middle of the year there, and they're going around in the muck and the rain and that, and it's fair play to them.
And people, I don't think, realise the amount of horses that they're buying that they don't see that are no good either.
Course,
plenty of money invested on nothing.
Yeah, plenty of money, and they fall by the wayside as well. Sure, it's like everything, but no, it's a big business now, and it's going very well at the minute.
That's good. And Barry O'Neill is leading the Point to Points at the minute, with yourself second. So be hard to catch Barry now at this stage.
I think so. I do. Barry's kind of in his prime now. He he won a few novices when he was younger, and he's been consistently riding plenty of winners every year. And last year, myself and himself had a good old tussle for the overall. And this year he's really kicked on, and he's he's riding brilliant. He's riding plenty of winners. He's riding for probably more trainers than he's ever ridden for. And no, listen, I wouldn't begrudge him a title now. I think he deserves it. He's been banging on the door there the last number of years, and hopefully this year he'll get through it.
Yeah, sure. I suppose if you never like losing, but if you're going to lose to someone, you'd be delighted that it's the Barry anyway.
And that's it. He's a Wexford man.
Yeah.
So listen, keep it down in our little corner here. There's no harm in that either.
No, that's very true. And out of the horses, then you've obviously rode a lot of good horses, especially see Dennis Murphy and they selling on. And does he have many more nice horses to run?
Yeah, plenty, Dave. He has loads of youngsters there to come out in the next maybe month or 5 weeks before the ground dries up too much. But plenty of nice horses. A lovely getaway. He's got a few nice French bred horses, Madoon horse, just lovely quality horses there coming through, and so I'm looking forward to that now over the next few weeks.
That's good. And back to Gordon then, does he have many bumper horses that haven't ran yet?
There's a few there now. We're actually going to Fairy House tomorrow. There's school day in Fairy House tomorrow, and there's a few of those bumper horses there that'll be out. But there's a few winners horses there that he didn't bring to Cheltenham and that, so he's going to probably run them at the festivals there in Fairy House and Punchestown as well. So no, he's plenty left there. So with a bit of luck now, he
plenty
has
ammunition for you.
Yeah, he does. Like, and in fairness, he has and he's mad. He's going for his own championship. He's going for the trainers.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, if it's good for him, it's good for me, I suppose, because he's going to be mad to run a minute. So
I see the other day he had his 200 winner, National Hunt winner this season between Ireland and England. It's a fair achievement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fair going. He's between England and Ireland. Yeah, it's massive. It's a fair number to be getting to.
Surely is. And obviously the mare, how good she is at Cheltenham, but what one do you think out of the ones you've won, other ones that you've won on for Gordon in Ireland, do you think is a standout one that's one to look out for? Yeah,
I won on Champagne Classic. He won a bumper there in Fairy House earlier on in the year, and then he wins at the festival. Sam Crow will be an obvious one. Polly Roy might come back, or Polly Roy, I think it is. He might come back to Punchestown. There was a nice Cape Cross horse that won in Fairy House. I can't think of his name. He won a bumper in Fairy House as well, and I'd say he might go back for one of the festivals as well. So listen, there's plenty of them there. So
very exciting ones.
Yeah, it is. Of course it is, and they'll be nice novices going forward for next year too. So
that's good. And now you're working with Tattersalls as well, so you're being kept busy then. Yeah,
busy time now. In fairness, we're flat out there with Derby sale inspections and doing all that, and so we have the sales as well for. We've just had our Cheltenham Festival sale, and we've April and May left, and there's a few Ascot sales in there as well. So it's a busy time now. Yeah, so it's good. But sure, as the man says, you make hay while the sun is shining. I suppose.
You're right. Yeah. So day to day, then you'd be riding out how many mornings a week?
I'd ride out as many as I can. There's no set there's no set number. It could be one day a week some weeks, and I might be 5 days on the road there riding out and going racing and that. So like, there's no set plan every week. I'm not tied down. I'm on the road. You could be doing a sales inspection one day, and you could be riding out somewhere down the country another day. So it's or you could be over the sales or this or that, so there's no set plan every week. It's brilliant. It suits me great now, and so it's it's good at the minute. And I see a few of the on Twitter and Facebook and a couple of the preview nights that you're at. Yeah. You handed out a few good tips for Cheltenham. Sure, here there was a few of Gordon's now. Sure, that was basically it. LeBake was probably the big one, but sure, as I said on it, like he's a very good horse. He's a savage workhorse, and he just has that quirk in him that he mightn't jump off, and boy jeez, when he jumps off, he's a fair one. He's a very good horse. Yeah, he is very good. Especially to be how far they were the rest of the field, himself and Mellon, shows how good the two of them are. And I think Mellon ran a brilliant race as well. So I'd say the form of it will stand up grand. Nicky's horse in third, and I'd say he's a nice novice as well. Yeah, no, that's good. And I see, obviously everyone's seen plenty of you're getting nicknamed the Codfather. Yeah, wouldn't sit well with me now, to be honest. It's grand, but Jesus, it wouldn't be. Yeah.
Amazing way these things stick, alright, yeah.
Yeah. We might have to try and get rid of that now quicker.
No, not knocking you at all whatsoever, but like, I was at a preview night in Ferns, but sure, you were able to, you gave a couple of losers too, so it's not,
you
it's
do,
not,
yeah.
you
So
know,
like, it's an
it's
opinion.
not all that easy,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
it's an opinion at the end of the day, and sure, like, sometimes your opinions are right and some days are not, and sure, that's just the way it is. If you keep putting enough out there, I suppose someone will have to stick.
Yeah.
I suppose that's just the way it is.
That night, down in Ferns, yourself, Sean Flanagan, Paul Noel and Joseph O'Brien, these were all siding with Yanworth.
Yeah.
And Jessica Harrington wasn't having any of it, and she was siding with the winner then,
That's
with
right.
Nicky's horse. And,
Do you know? That's the way.
That's the way it is.
She was sizing with Size and John as well, and
Yeah.
I was a big Jack Adam fan.
Yeah.
No, that's the way it goes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's the great thing about it, isn't it?
Of course it is.
No one's right or wrong.
Not
you know?
at all. No. Just keep rolling away there.
Yeah, and so busy day today now, but busy now, family man now as well, married and
Yeah.
a father now.
Yeah, married. We have myself and Robin, and we have an 8-month-old daughter now. She's Lottie. She's flying, and she's it's a massive part of our lives now. It's great, and loving it. To be honest, it's transformation every day. It's class now. To be honest,
So that really keep you busy then, doesn't it?
That's it. Like, it's sure, isn't it good? Like, you know, people say it there. It changes a bit, and it does change. It changes plenty there. You get home in the evening, and good, bad, or whatever kind of a day you've had. Sure.
Yeah.
You know, you get home there and the little one is there, let her be crying or laughing.
It's great to come home
It's
to.
brilliant, yeah, it's great to come home to. You know?
Yeah. Now you're heading off to Clonmel today. I see you riding for Gordon. It's third favourite, I think.
Yeah.
Any chance today?
Yeah, nice horse. He's for Di Waters, and
Ran in a Warwick
yeah,
bumper, didn't
ran
he?
in a Warwick bumper. I think Paul Morgan had him last year, and they sent him over to Gordon. He goes quite nicely. I suppose Joseph, maybe with the place bumper runs there, he's a bit of form behind Get a Bird and that earlier on in the year, and I'd say if he came back to that he might be hard to beat, but we've a nice horse, and I'd say if Joseph's maybe underperforms or something, I'd say we could be bang there, you know. Yeah, so with a bit of luck. Gordon's are in great nick as well, so that definitely,
it's all in your favour then.
Yeah, that helps definitely.
Yeah, that's good. So no other news, no? Just busy.
This is quiet now, yeah. No, this is good. There's not much else happening. Just busy enough, and
And
looking forward to the summer now, getting another break. You know,
yeah, definitely. And did you just get to celebrate your own wins and Gordon and everything?
No. Gordon's, I think, might have had a night out. No, I'd say with the riding and all that now at the minute, it's just hard to. But I'd say in the next couple of weeks there, maybe get over Punchestown, and we'll maybe get a couple of nights out there, get a few pints and let loose there for a couple of hours, you know, yourself.
No harm.
Yeah,
sure.
you have to do it.
So you do. You gotta enjoy these days.
Of course you have. Yeah, there's enough bad days. So.
They might come around again. So
Exactly.
Yeah. But listen, Jamie, I'll let you go then, and thanks very much for joining me, and best of luck for hopefully you win the amateur title and beat Patrick. Keep riding winners and keep going strong.
Man, Davey.
All right. Cheers, Jamie.
Come on.